What's good? Underground Asylum, what's going on with you? All right, let people come on into the building, man. What's happening? What's happening? Let me get this screen right and all that. We'll get it chopping as soon as some more people come up in here, man. Underground Asylum in the building. What's good, man? Mass Arms, what's happening? Cool Breeze, what's good? Jeff, the producer, what's going on, man? Brothers UK, what's happening? EMB Boxing, salute to you as well. So we are going to Drew Titan. What's going on, man? Mr. Mont, what's happening? Yeah, man. I didn't catch 70. I didn't get to catch all of Trill Boxing to talk. I caught the very last portion of it. Brian S., what's going on, man? Broderick Hunter, what's good? Miami Snoopy. Calvin Johnson, what's going on? Brian S. Ivan, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Ivan, what's happening with you? Good to know you. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you back. H-Town, what's happening? Vaughn D Gaming, what's good, man? Yeah, so big thing over this weekend was obviously what's going on, James Johnson, Jay Dixon, and Carlo Realist. So look, man, obviously with the big thing that took place this weekend is salute to the LDBC, yes sir, Underground Asylum, is this stuff with Devin Haney. We talked about it on OG Boxing Talk. Oh, where's Zeus? Zeus is in the backyard, man, barking at people coming by the house, man. We moved him out during the day with all the neighborhoods more full since this stuff is going on. So a lot of people are home, are at home. So they walk by my door and the dog goes berserk. So I'll leave him in the backyard, let him bark at people from the backyard. Dev not losing to them boys. More than likely he's not gonna, which is the funny part of it. Like, that's the funny part. Like, most likely he's not gonna, because Vasily Lomachenko ain't gonna fight him. Who's the guy that's gonna beat him? But all this fake nonsense, man, just whatever, man. It just shows you, man. I talked about it a little bit on the video. Like, what the fuck is gonna happen as a result of that? Like, there's nothing that Devin Haney said that was racist. He didn't say that there was somebody. He said he's not going to lose to one. Was he supposed to lose from one? It's not. But I mean, different people have different definitions for words. So if they mean race as if he brought up the race of people, yeah, he brought up a race of people. If you consider white a race, he brought up a race of people and said, ain't none of them, he ain't going to lose to them. That's either true or it's not true. It wasn't asking anybody to mistreat them. It wasn't saying that he wouldn't fight them. It didn't say that they were terrible fighters or that they were subhuman or any of that other stuff. He said that he wasn't going to let one beat him. It's not the first time that's been said. It's not the last time it will be said. But you know how it goes. People try to equate things with absolutely no harm behind them to things that have that cause people significant amount of problems, right? So they'll say, yeah, absolutely, would love to. Let me say, Miami Snoopy, off topic. Did you see the first 2 episodes of The Last Dance? What did you think? Nah, I didn't watch this shit, man. I ain't watching that. I don't do a lot of that. The documentary. I don't watch a lot of that stuff. I might watch it. But, I was in Chicago at the time. I remember all of the stuff. I haven't had it. I'm surprised. Are they going to make Michael Jordan look bad? That's what I would think. I think that this would be about making Michael Jordan look bad. But I haven't seen it yet, man. I haven't seen it. Yeah, but anyway, man. So it's like a false comparison. So say, for example, a policeman, if a policeman, you found out that 10 black kids got shot by policemen, right? They would say that's racism. And then Devin Haney says that he won't lose to a white boy. That's racism. So we're both racism. We're both racists. We're just racist. We're both racists. One said that he refuses to lose to a white boy. The other one shoots little black kids in the street. They're both racist. Nah, dude. They're not. Those are not the same thing, man. systematic discrimination against people, and one person saying that they're not going to lose, that they refuse to lose to a white boy is not the same thing, you know. But what do you think is going to get more news? What will get more news is what Devin Haney said, because it doesn't make certain groups of people, it makes certain group of people feel better about themselves. Like, we're not the only ones that think like that. They think like that too. So we're not bad for what we do. What we're doing is just human nature. Look, everybody feels like that. Nah, dude, not everybody does what the fuck you do. Okay. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's about making him look bad, but they definitely show his truer colors. I mean, I don't know what his truer colors is. The dude was an aggressive basketball player. You know, everybody, I mean, you know, Michael Jordan ain't no Mr. Nicey Nice. He's trying to win championships. He's the shit. That's Mike. You know what I mean? Copper Aborigine said, accused of racism, black don't have the industry or the corporations. Racism is reported as the White Persons Act of 1870. Read its real beginning. It's just a bunch of dog shit. And it's a bunch of dog shit that's going to get spread around because there's nothing else to talk about in boxing. There's really not that much to talk about in sports whatsoever. And issues with race sells, man. Greg Wyatt says these semi-literates don't understand the functional definition of racism. For the short bus crowd, prejudice equals power to affect a targeted group equals racism. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, but see, they don't see that shit like that because they deny all that shit happens. To most of those people, they don't believe. They're like, there is no system. It's not systematic. It's your opinion about what you think about one person versus another. That's what the definition of racism is. That's the functional definition of racism that they use. It's whether or not you have your feelings towards somebody else. If you say you don't like somebody, like if I said I don't like white people, that would make me a racist. I would say that makes me prejudiced. Means I have a preconceived notion about what they're about. That's prejudice. Racism is a structure. It's a structure that's main function is to allow people to be mistreated because they have color in their skin. Right? The personal feeling is whatever. You mean you can feel like wouldn't hurt anybody at all if you just didn't like somebody. If you just didn't like somebody because they had color in their skin, what would be the big deal? That would just you just don't like somebody because they got color in their skin. The problem is when you do something. The problem was when your feelings result in something tangible occurring. If nothing comes out of it, then it's not even an action. It's just a thought. You know what I mean? It's just a thought. It's what you believe. If that's all that is, cool. I don't like short dudes. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't trust, and I'm not saying that's true. There's a difference between saying I don't want to hang around a guy that's 5'4" because more than likely he's got a Napoleonic complex, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Right? That's one thing. Me not liking short people and then rounding up all the short people in the world, sticking chains around their neck and making them mow my lawn. That's something completely and totally different. You know what I mean? There's an action behind it. So it's like you guys are making fucking big deal. You're making a big deal about something that has no effect in the world. What fucking difference does it make? What difference does that action make to white people? How are you hurt? You know what I mean? What damage did you suffer as a result of Devin Haney thinking that? None. Absolutely none. So what the fuck are you tripping about? Nothing happened. Okay? Now, if Bob Arum said black fighters aren't marketable, then you could be like, hold on, man. You mean that you're not going to promote black fighters? Does that mean that you're not going to sign black fighters? that you're not going to, you know, that you're going to suppress the careers of black fighters because they don't sell. That has a tangible effect. That has a tangible, actual, real world effect on somebody. So to me, when I hear this, it's like you're fucking complaining about some shit that won't ever affect you, that literally has no issue in the world. But and treating that as if that is something that is on par and equal with the type of actions that lead to the mistreatment, the miseducation, the poor health, in general, fucked up well-being, lack of well-being for an entire group of people. They want to act like those two things are the same thing. And that's why I'm like, you're a fucking joke, dude. You're a joke. What did he do? What did he say? Did it even offend you? First of all, let's ask the question. And I'm really going to ask, if there's any person that is a European American, please let me know right now if he offended you. If you felt any sense of danger, you felt any sense of shock, or is it something you can just grab onto? Or is it just something you're like, oh, I got you. Oh, look what he said, I got you. That's racism. That's really racism. So that when we point out some shit that is actually going on, you can do what? You can go point to Devin Haney. So when we see that, you know, like the next couple times some kids get shot, you know, a little black kid gets shot because he's walking around in a mask, right? Because he's walking around in a black mask, like the CDC tells everybody they should be doing, right? But he walks around and somebody, oh no, what's that? And they shoot him, right? And they shoot him. Is your defense to us claiming racism in that particular incident that Devin Haney said he wouldn't lose to a white fighter? Is that what you're coming back with? You know what I mean? Like, black people are racist too. Do you remember when Devin Haney said that he would never lose to a white fighter? He ain't supposed to lose to another white fighter. He ain't supposed to. What's he supposed to say? Hey, Devin, by the way, Devin, are you going to lose to any black fighters? Man, there ain't no black fighter that's going to beat me. It would be the same thing. Devin Haney doesn't believe that there's a Mexican fighter that's going to beat him, a black fighter that's going to beat him. I don't believe it. It's a fucking difference. It's like you guys are making. It's like you faking being mad. You're faking it because you don't really believe that shit. There's nothing that offended you about that. You're not offended. You don't feel threatened. So what the fuck are you complaining about, man? For real, what are you complaining about? Now, if you have somebody that says black people are responsible for COVID, you know what I mean? So therefore they shouldn't be allowed into stores, shit like that. That's really, stop bringing the shootings up. Fuck you. I'm bringing what the fuck I want to bring up. Fuck you talking about? Stop bringing the shootings up. If a hockey player says he wouldn't lose MVP to a black guy, y'all would murder him? Fuck, for what? Fuck would I murder him for? For saying some shit like that. First of all, dumbass, hockey is not an individual sport, so I don't got to worry about that shit. And quite honestly, 9 out of the 10 racist shit that I hear every day, I don't say anything fucking about. I let that shit pass by all the fucking time. I let people's shit that people say that sounds funny to me. I let that shit pass by all the fucking time. I don't make videos about everything that I think is fucking is racist. Why the fuck would I care? I don't even watch. And by the way, I don't even watch fucking hockey. Why the fuck would I care? B&B Boxing and Barbecue said Black made an excellent point. They mad about what Devin Haney said because it's true. They're not even mad about it. They're not mad about that shit. They're not mad. You really hear any anger in these people's voices? Dude, they don't care about you saying some shit about them. They do not care. The only fucking reason they bring the shit up is so that they have something, so that they feel like they have something that they can say to you, right? When you say something to them. That's it. That's like talking to a kid and you tell the kid to clean the room, and you be like, look, you promised, you said you clean your room. Your room is still nasty. Clean your fucking room. And you say, well, Dad, you said you were going to get me milk from the store. You said you were going to go to the store and get me some milk, and you didn't do that. So, we're even. Nah, dog, we're not even. We're not even. That shit's not remotely. That shit does not make the top 5,000 racist shit that has happened this fucking year. You know what I mean? You got fucking Steve Kim saying shit like, you give me one, I'll take one. Give me Yuriocas Gamboa. The rest of them Cubans, you can round up, stick on a raft, and send them back to the Havana. You literally had boxing writers call black people the lowest common denominator in boxing. I mean, if you get the fuck out of here, dude, nobody would fucking trip on that shit. Nobody would trip on that. They'd move the fuck on with it. Because people that deal with racism deal with the real shit related to it. You know what I mean? Like gross income disparities, disparities in healthcare, disparities in the punishment of crimes and the sentencing of crimes. Like we're talking about, like if I talk about it, I'll say, hey, you know what seems really racist to me? The punishment for crack cocaine versus cocaine. Cocaine is, and I'm not sure if they changed the laws before, but it used to be that, you could get ridiculous amount of time for crack cocaine, but crack cocaine comes from cocaine, but cocaine is what gets punished most severely, right? People using cocaine in Madison, in Manhattan, in New York. Wealthy people use cocaine left, right, front, and center. Somehow they wind up not spending half their life in jail, right? Or what went on in Ferguson, Missouri, with the way that the police were spotlighting certain neighborhoods and certain group of people to give tickets to, knowing perfectly well that they wouldn't be able to pay those tickets, and these people are going to wind up being in jail, and therefore the government. That particular government was going to be able to apply for more funding for their jails because they have more people in them. The privatization of jails, things like that, things like that. Like when we bring up racism, that's what the fuck we're bringing up. We bring those type of things up. The fuck are you bringing up? You're telling me that a 22-year-old black kid boxer said he wasn't going to lose a boxing match to a white guy, and that is the fucking monumental racism that you're talking about? The shit's not even, that shit is fucking night and day from one another. Cry me a fucking river. Get over it. Fuck you talking about? How fucking much of a snowflake can you possibly fucking be? Same people that will tell people that it's in our imagination, right? That it's it's not that there's no system designed to miseducate black people and make sure that they are, that they don't get the same educational opportunities as everybody else. That's in your mind. The real racism is Devin Haney saying he won't lose to a white boy. That's racism. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're just talking to people that know damn well that that's not what that shit is. And most of the people that I've heard talk about it are black people. Like the fuck is stupid ass Ishe Smith fucking, what the fuck is with this dude? Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. You're a fucking moron. Okay? You're a moron. Like a moron. Shut the fuck up, dude. Gregory Wise said, I made that motherfucker sugar. Get the fuck out of here, dude. He got Sugar Hill in there. That's a white boy from Great Britain. Fuck out of here. That ain't nobody but the same dude that came by. He's got Sugar Hill in his title, dude. That's just not, that's somebody trying to make fun of Deontay Wilder, which means it's somebody else that has already fucking been here and been kicked out for other shit. He ain't an enemy from within. He's just a fucking idiot. I wouldn't even just fuck that dude. Just throw him out. But y'all get on my nerves with that. Just stop with the corny shit, okay? You know what I mean? Just stop with the corny shit. You talking about people that literally got you fucking stub your toe. You stub your toe and now you're lecturing people that got ran over by a car. Like, well, you know, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to get hit by a car. I stubbed my toe. You know, somebody parked in the wrong place and I stubbed my toe and it was really painful. But you're talking to a victim of a fucking somebody that literally got fucking ran over by a car and has been in the hospital for 12 months. You know, they're not the same thing, dog. They're not the same thing. So even if you want to fucking bring up and say Devin Haney said something that was stupid that he shouldn't have said, whatever. Okay, he shouldn't have said that. Or he could have said it in a way that might not have offended somebody, because he could have offended somebody out there. Like, who exactly he would have offended, I don't know, besides Vasily Lomachenko. But you think Vasily Lomachenko gives a fuck that he said that? Vasily Lomachenko would probably be more concerned with the fact that Devin Haney's actually going to try to beat him up than some shit that he said that don't make no difference to him whatsoever. It's just a bunch of fucking nonsense because Devin Haney ain't in a position to cause anybody any fucking problems. He never insulted a group of people. He never claimed that they were inferior. He never even said he didn't like them. All he said is, you're not going to beat me in a boxing match. So what are you talking? I mean, what are you guys even talking about? He said something that you could take and run with, though. He gave you something that was easy to say something about. What the fuck is E.J. Smith doing? Oh, don't go that LDBC route. What LDBC route? The route being black? Is that the route you don't want him to go? Being black? What's the route? What exactly is this route, Ishe, that you don't want him to go? You don't want him to go down. You want him to go down your route? I mean, what are you talking about? Nobody asked him to say that. He said what he thought. It's just get on me, man. It's fuck out of here, man, with this cornball shit, man. Anyway. Yeah, man, respect to man, my condolences go out to Tony Harrison and his family. Yeah, man, but don't believe Eric Jenkins said Larry Merchant, the last black hope. Yeah, they just reported that shit like it was a serious question to have. Look. When Larry Merchant said that no more black champions will be made out of the United States, right? Once he announced the death of black fighting, they didn't act like he was racist. Most of these people talked about it. They talked about it at all. They talked about whether or not it was true or not. Is that the end? Was Deontay Wilder the last black hope, great black hope? They didn't even see anything in the shit. Ishe, did you say something about it? Just wondering. Since you out here fucking giving advice to Devin Haney, did you give some advice to fucking Larry Merchant about how he shouldn't say that? Or is your advice and your focus, purely towards black people who you think that you can advise and help lead down the right path? What the path out of savagery and ignorance or something? Fuck out of here, man. The thing that gets me about these dudes, like, what makes you think that you're in a position to talk shit to anybody? Like, talk shit down to black people. Man, they're just cornballs, man. Anyway, that's my rant on that particular circumstance. I've listened to it enough. And it's like, come on, man. Where's the foul in this? Strictly speaking, he didn't use a racial slur. I had what's that fucking moron's name? That troll ass moron. They're always telling them damn lies. That, the dude that lies like a rug. Whatever his name is, dude. Like, man, that is extremely racist the way that he said it. Extremely racist. White isn't a racial slur, man. The shit's on your fucking birth certificate. What do you mean? You call yourself white people. That's what you call yourself. He didn't call you out of your name. He didn't call you a cracker. He didn't call you a cracker. He didn't call you snowflake. He didn't call you out your name at all. At all. What's good for nine? Haney's a young kid in boxing. He'll learn from this. I mean, maybe he will. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna change his mind. No. What's he gonna learn? He's gonna learn not to say that because he's definitely gonna think it. He shouldn't think anybody can beat him. Artabo said, for now, you're going beyond the Call of Duty. You've articulated his issue quite well. This hybrid versions of black being racist is a misnomer. It's stupid. It's just it's just a false. It's a red herring, is what it is. It's a red herring. It's having you talk about what's going on, D-Style. It's having you talk about something. It's having you talk about something that literally has no fucking effect on anybody whatsoever. Nobody was hurt from. Nothing that this kid could say would incite people to do anything that would hurt anybody. I mean, literally, if you think like, why is racism bad? Right? If you look at any particular thing, you'll say, okay, if there's an action that we want to discourage, why do we want to discourage it? Right? So why is racism bad? It's bad because of what happens to people because of it, because they're mistreated, because of the mistreatment that they receive. If there's no mistreatment around it, what difference does it make? What difference does it make to me if there's a guy that doesn't like bald people? If somebody said, I really don't like bald people. Okay, you don't like bald people. Who are you? Who is the person that doesn't like bald people? Are you going to make it illegal to go into stores for me to get a loan because I'm bald? If so, that's a problem. Is what you say going to incite people to commit violence against me because I'm bald? Then, what you're saying is a problem. Because in that instance, you are literally asking people to do harm to me because I'm bald. You are preventing me from earning a living or from being able to have the same rights as other people do because I'm bald. Therefore, you are a problem to me. But if there's no chance that it results in anything, it's not intended for it to result in anything. It does not result in anything. Nobody believes that it was intended to or is encouraged for anything poor to happen. Then what fucking difference does it make? What difference? Literally makes no difference. You might as well tell me, my daughter might as well be saying, hey, I don't want a white dog. I want a black dog because white hair gets dirty too quick. So I'm going to get a black-haired dog. Well, you're just prejudiced against the white dog. Fuck out of here. Dude, that's why I call it a prejudice, not a system. Prejudice, it's prejudice. It's not racism. If somebody prejudged all white fighters, because that's what he did. He said, no white fighter is going to beat me. He just prejudged all white fighters and says none of them can beat him. I'm never going to lose to him. You'll never find one that can beat me. He is prejudging them. Did he say that they should not be allowed to fight? That making fights with white fighters are a waste of time because fans don't like them, because they're boring, because is he setting up barriers for white fighters to make a living? No, none of that. Was he encouraging somebody to do that? No, he wasn't. So I have to just think that you're full of shit and because the word white was there, that you figure that that's explosive enough of a conversation that when you have it, that people will go to your page, they will listen to what you have to say, or it'll allow you that, for black people specifically, it'll allow you that soapbox opportunity. the opportunity to get out there and look and be the good guy and show how you're different than these guys are. And don't you worry, that guy's a threat, but I'll make sure I neutralize that threat by speaking up myself, and I can be the example that you have, that you want people to look up to. All that nonsense, man. What about Canelo saying he will not fight a fighter of his race because of pride, but when black say it is bad? Dude, Canelo, I don't think that's Canelo's just saying who he won't fight. And that's a nationality. Oh, I'm not going to fight another Mexican because, hey, man, I don't want to beat another Mexican. I mean, that's like saying if a black dude said I don't want to fight another black fighter because I got too much love for black people. I mean, you know, people would probably call him a coward. I suspect coward would be thrown around and they'd be accused of making a bullshit excuse up. But, you know, whatever, man. My thing is, dude, if it's not something that's systematic, and or pushes forward a narrative that could lead to something bad happening to somebody because they're black, or something that happened because that's when there's a problem. When you're but when you just say something that is just innocuous, that has no fucking effect, even if he meant every word he said, just like he said it, which I'm sure he did, what's the harm in it? You're just policing somebody. You're just policing somebody's words. That's it. Canelo hasn't fought one Mexican. Yes, he has. When Floyd embarrassed his ass by shutting him out, Mexicans then cried and still crying. Oscar was so hurt. Remember, he lost too. Nah, Canelo Alvarez just has. Yes, he has. Canelo Alvarez fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Read the comments, please. No. Fuck it. No. Ned Allen. And by the way, man, there's a lot of comments, dog. I ain't guaranteed that I'm going to read your comment, especially if you don't put Fannon in the title. Ned Allen 2.0, The Resurrection. If you want me to read your comment, you put it in a super chat, or make sure you put at Fannon and then my name comes up so I can see it. I read comments all through the show, but I can't, if you don't have something out there that makes me see what you're saying specifically to me, I may see it, I may not see it. I may see it, I may not see it. Let me see. But to your question, I legit have a question. Was Team Rivas informed of Dillian White being on PEDs before the fight? No, he was not. He was not informed of that. Nobody knew about that until after. D-Style Box said, shit, Canelo, I'm going to demand the fight Benavidez. I don't care if he say he won't fight another Mexican fighter. Yeah, man, I think that's just I don't know what the fuck he's on with that, not fighting a Mexican fighter. Shit. Canelo just a fucking prima donna, man. So he's just some prima donna land. I think he's a bigger prima donna than Floyd, man. I mean, he's like twice, he's a bigger fucking prima donna with with a third of the revenue. Canelo Alvarez is without a doubt a poor man's Floyd Mayweather. And that's a rich man, but a poor man's Floyd Mayweather is still a rich man. But Canelo Alvarez, I don't think that that's racist or any issue on him about that. I just think he's fucking pampered beyond fucking belief. It's like whatever Canelo wants, Canelo gets. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if any fighter I don't ever seen about like the way that the WBC bends over for Canelo. Somebody can tell me if they've seen them bend over for a fighter like that, dude, but they just bend over and spread their cheeks for that dude. Like, Lord have mercy. My fault for now. What'd you do? You didn't do what did you do with Copper? I just got a bad at. No, Coto's not Mexican. Coto's Puerto Rican. But Canelo had to fight Mexicans. He started his career in Mexico. Sure, he fought a bunch of Mexicans coming up. Because remember, he didn't come to the United States. He turned pro at 16. So without even looking, I'm sure there's a bunch of Mexicans on his resume having started to fight in Mexico. But let's look. Saul Alvarez. That's crazy, dude. I don't even call him Sal. I just act like Canelo's like his real name. There's gonna be a bunch of Mexicans on this dude's name in the beginning. Yeah, Gonzalez, Alvarado, Vasquez, Lopez, Juarez, Hernandez, Venezuela, 2 back-to-back Martinez's, somebody else's a Spanish last name. I am not going to tear up. Marquez, Hernandez, Solano, Cano, Solis, Martinez, Valenzuela. He fought a lot of Mexicans all the way up to about 2019, and then and Carlos Baldomir. Isn't Carlos Baldomir Mexican? Baldomir is Mexican. No, he's Argentine. He's from Argentina. Yeah, so up to about right there. What's Alfonso Gomez? Alfonso Gomez. Yeah, Alfonso Gomez. That's funny, dog. I mean, he fought Alfonso Gomez. You know that's a stop touch. Shit, he knocked out Josito Lopez. I forgot about that. Then he kind of went on it. And Angulo. Yeah, it's just lately he stopped. He had it up until Alfredo Angulo. Then it was Chavez. Then, what he's doing now. Eric Jinx said Larry. Okay, no, I got that one already. Sorry, man. That was old and shit. Ishe looking for any reason to attack the LDBC, build a new career off it. Man, please. That motherfucker gonna be out of there, dude. Henry Bargain said, was Oscar Rivas? Oh, okay, I got that one for you. Eric Jenkins, Haney made a business decision. Who's listening? Eric Jenkins said, okay, you do that twice? No, that's the same one, man. My bad. Let me get to the super chat so I make sure that I got them all. Okay, Donald 64 Grant removed it. His comment, one hit quitter. Appreciate your channel and the work you're putting in. Salute King. Thank you, man, for your support, man. Really, really do appreciate it. Arce Boxing Life says, salute Fannon. Appreciate you speaking on this. Preach, sir. Yeah, man, look. Don't let people do that shit, dude. Like, people, dude. And you know the worst fucking victims, the people that fall for this shit more than anybody, is dumb Negroes. Like, I don't have to get along with you, right? Because I can be a jackass. I know, I can be a jackass. So I'm not always the easiest person to get along with. But one group of people that do more damage than anybody else in the black community is dumb motherfuckers. Like, I got no patience, no time, no anything for fucking idiots. You cannot allow people to equate the burning of black churches with the same word that is designed to describe the burning of black churches, the massive enslavement of an entire group of people, 400 fucking years of oppression. You are not supposed to allow them to use the same fucking words that you use to describe that, to describe somebody saying that they're not going to let somebody beat them in a boxing ring. You just tear the fuck up. You allow them to equate and act as if those two things are equal. And that's what the fuck they're doing. No, dude, what he said is not racist. It's not creating any type of system. You're not at risk for any danger coming because of that. But yet they want to act like that's the same thing as me telling my son yesterday, because I told my son this yesterday. I sent him to the store. There's a 7-Eleven down the street, right? And we're all supposed to be wearing masks, right? When you walk outside to keep yourself safe. You know what I had to tell my son? Do not put that fucking mask on until you are right at the door at the store. And when you're right at the door of the store, try to make sure that you have eye contact with the person behind the desk so that they see that although you're walking into the house, into that place with a mask, and they know everybody else is supposed to have masks on, that they don't fucking somehow get nigga amnesia and start shooting at you. Because, oh, fuck, he's got a mask on. I didn't know. He walked in with a mask, and it's reasonable for me to believe that he might be trying to rob my store. Now, as you guys might think that's stupid, some of y'all might be thinking that's stupid and something that I don't need to tell my son to do. But unfortunately, it is something I need to tell him to do. I would very much like to be walking around with a mask on, a black fashionable black mask on, and a fucking hoodie like this, and put a mask on. Dog, what's going to happen to me if I do that? Maybe nothing, maybe something. Plus, and keep your hands exposed. Keep your hands out. Don't put the mask on until you don't walk through the parking lot with the mask. Because then they'll say, well, what did he have the mask on for way over there? I mean, he only needed it for the store. That type of shit, dude. That's the shit, Ishay, you fucking idiot. That when you sit there and fucking try to lecture Devin Haney for, you're allowing people to make that type of comparison, man. That's why you're a fucking moron. That's why I got no fucking time for fucking morons, dude. You're a fucking moron. You spent your whole fucking life getting punched in the fucking face. Cool. You know how to punch people in the face. You know how to keep people from punching you in the face. Pull your head out of your fucking ass, though, with that stupid shit you talk. Because you talk stupid shit. You say, what was the original stupid shit he said? About how all black fighters want to tear down. Black fighters will do anything to tear down a popular white fighter, you boot-licking monkey. You said that shit, you fucking moron. Why would you say that shit? You said that. You're a fucking idiot. Now, tell me that I don't have a right to call you a fucking idiot for saying some shit like that. I think you're a fucking idiot. Did you get out of high school, dog? Did you get out of high school? Did they make you take any Black history classes out there in Las Vegas? Up until the 8th fucking grade, you dropped the fuck out? See, I don't like to fucking wave being educated in people's faces, dog, but you like to wave people's faces that you're a professional boxer and people that haven't boxed don't know shit about boxing, right? Well, let me tell you, you stupid motherfucker, you don't know jack shit about race relations in the United States or world history. So shut the fuck up because you don't know. You were spending your time fucking doing this shit with you, catching punches on fucking bot while you're punching in a bag. Other people are fucking reading. Okay? When you're running your miles, other people are out there somewhere studying the fucking subject. But you get your dumb ass out there saying shit. You get your stupid ass out there saying shit like you're somebody with a mind that fuckers should be fucking respected. I don't respect you. I don't respect your mind. I don't respect your fucking opinion. I think you're a fucking licking coon is what the fuck I think. And it's fucking shame on you too. And shame on you. Because people had to work real fucking hard, dog. Had worked real fucking hard not to be locked up in somebody's fucking backyard. You realize it took, you know how many lives it took for people to fight to not be locked up in somebody's fucking backyard? Do you know how hard people had to work and how many people had to die for there to be a body cam on a police officer? Do you know how many people died and how fucking hard it was for somebody for Brown versus the Board of Education to fucking and what was supposed to be the equal funding of education? Do you understand how hard people had to work and how many people had to die before the evidence became so fucking overwhelming that people had to start doing something about it? But your monkey ass is going to trivialize the shit. Trivialize it. and talk shit to? Shut up, man. You're a fucking moron and a moronic troll to boot. Fucking dummies, man. Can't stand dummies. Don't even know the damage you're doing, man. There's a reason why you don't fucking run out there. There's a reason why people stay on code, man. There's a reason why that shit's done. Because stupid motherfuckers like you will tear down everything everybody else has tried to accomplish because I just want to be unbiased. Just want to be unbiased. Even though you don't even have the right to, what do you mean? You don't know enough to make a fucking, you don't even know enough to have an opinion. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like me sitting in there talking about Deontay while I'm sitting there with, say I'm sitting there with Buddy McGirt and I'm having conversations. And that's why I'm having a conversation with Buddy McGirt about what Buddy McGirt needs to do to get Deontay Wilder, to beat Tyson Fury. And I say, well, Buddy, what I really think is most important is this. I really think what he needs to do is he really needs to up jab more. Buddy McGirt will look at me like, man, will you shut the fuck up and go sit over there? Shut the fuck up and go sit over there, dog. Let people that actually understand this shit do this shit. You sit by and you sit the fuck down and enjoy yourself. When it becomes to issues of black folk and racism, fucking Ishe, sit your fucking ass down. Okay? You making yellow niggas look bad. Real bad. You know how hard I gotta defend us more, you know how hard I gotta defend us, slightly less melanated black people, for when we act like you. Fucking terrible, dude. RSA Boxing Live, come on, big brother. This is why I support this channel for life. This is real life, dude. Seriously, man. For real. Dumb motherfuckers sometimes need to shut up. And everybody's dumb on something, man. Everybody's dumb on something, dog. Dude, for real, Boss Doja, you fucking making me look bad. You fucking it up, okay? I got Black Fight Fan TV acting like I ain't got no bass in my voice. You know what I mean? We got all kind of people cracking yellow black folk jokes. Oh, Big Dog Boy said, I didn't know Kappa could be this tough. Man, come on, man. Dude, I went to HBCUs for all of my formal education, dude. All of my formal education. So I'm sitting there with guys with PhDs on the subject, right? Guys that dedicated their entire lives to this shit. And you get some yellow chimpanzee like fucking Ishe Smith starts running his fucking mouth in front of people. And it's like, the day of the Geechee is over, man. The day of the Geechee is over. Yeah, Melanin, dog. He said, dude, come on. He said, Corey Yellowman Jack and us light skins have it tough as it is already. Yeah, dude, they already looking at me like, dog, your nose is a little big. Okay? I don't know about this one. Let me try to, we the ones they try to start fighting. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here with your terrible ass. If you're not black, you wouldn't understand. True black people know the struggle. Ishe ain't never been black, dude. That's Ishe just need to shut up, man. Just shut up. Shut up. If you speak, and quite honestly, dog, most of y'all that speak too clearly need to shut the fuck up too. Like, y'all don't even have names, dude. Like, okay, hey man. Oh, by the way, dude, yeah, I am melanated. I'm not challenged, really. I have plenty of melanin. However, I know that there are people that have a rich amount of it. You know what I mean? Like, and dog, so, they look at me a little sideways. I get it. You know what I mean? They don't really believe that you have to go through the same shit that they go through. And quite honestly, sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? But that's primarily with other black people. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, I think within black people, you might get, if you are, melanatedly challenged, sometimes you can, with other black people, get treated different than somebody that has a rich amount of it. But that only lasts within the black community, dog. Once you leave that bitch, dog, you black as, man, I'm black. People, when I was in school, the concept of being light-skinned for me when I was in school was like, what? Dude, I was the most chocolate thing for miles and miles and miles. He said, I'm rich with it. Oh, Stone Love said, I'm rich with it. Hey, Fannon, do you have an IG? Nah, man, I'm not in, Not yet. I need to, man. I told 78 a while ago I would. Arbito said Ishe spent most of his boxing career fighting in a black gym. Did he suppress all of his emotional baggage the whole time? He was not. Not to mention who promotes his fights. Look, man, I don't doubt that Ishe Smith considers himself to be a black dude or that he likes black people. And I don't see that. My thing is this. Nigga, stop lecturing black folk. Don't lecture black people because you don't know any more than the next dude does. And more than likely, you're going to be fucking stuff up because people are trying to make progress, man. We're trying to dig ourselves out of a fucking hole. So the people that jump in the fucking hole and start digging, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get out of the hole. You know, we need like a ladder to get people out of the hole. When you jump into the hole and start digging the motherfucker deeper by tearing people down and trying to make people that don't like black people feel better about the fact that they don't like them, that's a fucking problem. You become a problem, man. And that is an easy way, and that is one of the easier ways to get over in life. And people recognize that, man. That you are the black dude that is telling all the European Americans what they want to hear about black people. They will sit there and listen to you, and they will reward you richly for being the person that appeases them. That says, well, it's not you, it's us. It's not you, it's us. We're the problem. We've had 400 years to get our slavery. Seems like a choice to me. You know what I mean? That Kanye West shit. Slavery seems like a point. It sounds like a choice to me. If you're there for 400 years and you couldn't get out of it, sounds like a choice to me. Yeah, you chose not to get exterminated. Right, you're right. It was a choice. Like, I can stay here or I can get burned on a tree. Well, I think I'll choose to stay here and act right because I don't want to get burned on a fucking tree for a picnic with little kids eating chicken wings and barbecue, while I'm crackling in the background. I mean, it's fucking idiot, man. It's just, get out of here, man. You're just a shame. Dude, look at the big picture sometimes, man. Yeah, I don't agree with everything cats say. Trust me. I sit listening to people all the time. I listen to black folk often. I'm like, yeah, that's some stupid shit you just said. But that's just me. You know what I mean? I think it's some stupid shit he said. But I'm not about to be like, you know what? That motherfucker's wrong. Let me get on a fucking soapbox, grab a fucking microphone, and in front of the people he's arguing with, let me start telling them how wrong that guy is. Just a piece of shit, man. You're a piece of shit. That's what you're just a piece of shit if you do that. Fannon, it's clear to me that those took offense, didn't watch the whole video. Lawrence RBE, it's clear to me that nobody took offense. Nobody took offense. They're not offended. None of them people are mad about that shit. Go find somebody that was offended. I'll pay you $10 if you can find somebody that you really believe was offended by what Devin Haney said. They were not. They were not. Nobody's mad about that, dude. They're just pointing out that he said it. Like, oh, what a shame. But we'll put this. But what we'll do is we will take this shit. We will sit it over this chip right over here on this table for the next time these Negroes start telling us that we're racist for what we're doing. And so what we will do is we will pull Devin Haney out and we will stick Devin Haney right out there and we will make Devin Haney the poster boy of racism in boxing. Devin Haney, the poster boy for racism in boxing. A black fighter is the poster boy for racism in boxing. That's what they will do. Yes, and let's make sure, kind of like when Kovalev gets arrested for doing some shit and it's Adrian Bronner's picture that they put up on the you remember that? Where it was like they had to mention what Sergey Kovalev did as far as him beating that girl up and kicking his dog. You know what I mean? Kicking that dog, beating him up. And then they had Adrian Bronner and Floyd Mayweather mentioned throughout the article. Couldn't just said Sergey Kovalev got beat up, got caught being Sergey Kovalev. I mean, you ain't got to wonder he's Sergey fucking Kovalev. He was either he got drunk and he beat somebody up, or he got drunk and he said something fucking stupid. Oh man, much love in that super chat. Stone Love. He said some of these cats will say and do anything to be accepted. Absolutely. And then if black folk want to, and also you can fight black people too. That's something you never get in trouble for. You can always tear down black people. It's a good way to come up. I was listening to this dude's channel. I'm not going to say the name, but it's not a channel that I dislike. It's a small channel that I listen to most of his videos because what he does is he's always kind of giving me the gossip that's going on between these other channels that I don't listen to, right? So you got this guy out in Taiwan. I never listen to his channel, right? Never. Like there's nothing there. Even if he wasn't always shitting on me, I would never listen to his channel, right? And then there's this other guy that would always shit on me. But he's a black dude, right? Always make a video, like right after I make a video, he'd make a video trying to argue with me, right? He got himself to a certain subscriber plateau, right? By trying to shit on me. Now, this guy put out a video about how these two dudes are going at it, right? And I was like, yeah, that's right. Because what the guy found out was, now, and I'm telling you the truth, you guys can figure out who these people are. But I ain't giving them no press, and I don't have anything, I don't have anything against them because I don't really give two shits about them. But just listening to the video that he made about this circumstance, the person was complaining. Now, this is a black dude who shit on me for months. I mean, daily videos about me, right? If I had something to say, there was a video from this guy coming right afterwards about what I had to say, right? Now, but watch this. The same guy started getting comfortable and started making videos about white fighters. And as soon as he started chastising white fighters and giving the same treatment that he tried to give to black channels, he gave that same treatment to white channels, and he started talking about white fighters like he talked about Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence. As soon as he did that, he got attacked all over the fucking place by the same people that were fucking rah-rahing his ass for tearing down black people. And this guy literally got mad that people were not, and shocked that the people that were cheering for him to tear down other black channels were mad at him for trying to tear down white folk. Like, and are you fucking surprised? The only reason they ever would come to people like that is so that they can tear us down. So that they tear down people that are talking positively, unabashedly positive about black people. Because you can say what you want to say about me. I speak positively about black people because I'm a black person and I am arrogant and I love my damn self. So since I love my damn self, I am not going to tear down people like me and enable other people who eventually will turn on me. That's just fucking logic, man. And Ishay fucking dumbass doesn't even get that that's what we're fucking doing, you moron. We're trying to create a system. We're trying to create an environment where people are okay with commenting, with making positive comments about and supporting people in our community, boxers in our community. That's what the whole thing is, you fucking moron. It's saying, look, we have a lot, black boxers in the United States are the best boxers in the United States. And that's not even a doubt. In the United States, we are the best fighters in the United States. And we want our fighters to get the treatment that they deserve based on them being the best. So we're going to make videos about them. We're going to support them. We're going to, when they have a fight coming up, we're going to let people know that they got a fight coming up. We're going to encourage people in their community, their fan base, to support them, to come out, buy their pay-per-views, to go to their fights, and let it be known to guys. Let Bob Arum know, let Eddie Hearn know, let Showtime know, let HBO know, or DAZN know. Let them know that they have an active and viable fan base. That's what we're trying to do, Ishay, you fucking idiot. So for you to tell Devin Haney not to go that way You sound like a fucking buffoon. Because what happened with Devin Haney when he went that way? Let's just look at it this way. Where could Devin Haney have gone and got his ass that much fucking publicity? He's on a YouTube channel with 78 Sports TV. He says something controversial, which shouldn't even be that fucking controversial because it's fucking true. And what does he have? He has that article. He has his name in CNN. He's got all these other people and all these videos being made about something he said to an organization whose purpose is to get his name out there and to get more people knowing who he is and to have people support him. Mission fucking accomplished, dumbass. Ishay, if you had people like the LDBC behind you, then maybe your dumbass would have got more big money fights because we did it for Deontay Wilder. The biggest push behind Deontay Wilder that led Deontay Wilder to his $40 million payday was a group of black channels that were being very vocal and adamantly going at the UK and the Anthony Joshua crowd of people that were tearing Deontay Wilder down. So I guess when Devin Haney's in a situation where he's getting his name torn down and maybe things like the WBC strips him of his belt, even though there's not going to be any fucking fights for the rest of the year, might not be another fight for the rest of the year, but the WBC won't give his title back. Maybe he should go rely on motherfuckers like you to do videos about it. Maybe you're going to take time out of your day to lobby without pay, right, for Devin Haney. You're going to do that? Ellie Sethback, no disrespect to Ellie Sethback, but is Ellie Sethback going to do that? Is Ellie Sethback going to do those type of videos? Is the PBC going to do that type of shit for fighters? No. You think with Showtime, is Paulie Malignaggi going to speak out about that? No. Oh, but I guess you can say, well, you're just making it up. There would never be a problem. Really? Tell that to Charlie Burley. Yeah, Charlie Burley, Black Murderers Row that they need. You think maybe they would have appreciated somebody speaking out for them, saying, hey, man, Charlie Burley deserves this fight, man. Charlie Burley is the real deal, man. These other cats won't fight him. They're ducking him. And just to have that out there in the media constantly where his fans have to read it, where casual boxing fans have to hear it, where his mother has to hear it and his father has to hear it, and he's pushed to answer that question. Maybe if they had that type of situation going on, there wouldn't have been 30 years in between Jack Johnson and Joe Louis, right? Because at that point in time, there was no media, no black fans with the ability to insist on those fights being made. But now that we have that type of mechanism, we have the ability to do that. Stupid motherfuckers like you want to shit on it because they told you said something stupid. Because you said something stupid. Because you threw all black boxers under the bus. If you had just said you don't believe, if you had just said you didn't believe that Deontay Wilder, that the gloves were flopping, if you had just left it at that and say that you don't think that's real, nobody would have said anything to you. They'd have been like, because nobody's killing Sean Porter for it. Nobody's out there nobody killed Jeff Mayweather for what he said. There were a bunch of black people that said, they were like, nah, I don't think that's real. People weren't making videos about them and going in on them. Why you, Ishay? Why you? Why were you singled out? Because you're the only one to throw all black boxers under the bus by saying black fighters will do anything to tear down a popular white fighter. You said that shit. I didn't make you say it. Nobody else made you say that shit. And what Ishay Smith said was way worse than what Devin Haney said. Compare what Devin Haney said and what Ishay Smith said. Compare the two. One said specifically, all black fighters will do anything to tear down a popular white fighter. You just called a large group of black people liars, manipulators, schemers, and racists. And that Tyson Fury was the victim of black racism. That's what you fucking said, you fucking moron. And you surprised people might throw some shit at you for saying that? I'm telling you, dumb. I don't like stupid motherfuckers, dude. Don't like them. Yes, sir. Sorry, man. I went in on my rant for a little while, man. That's my bad. That's my bad. Haney made a business decision. Did I miss super chats or something? From Eric Jenkins. Oh, no, this thing is just running behind. My bad. I got to roll this down. So anyway, that's my rant on that shit, man. These dudes get on my fucking nerves, dude. Dude, he's just a fucking idiot. Like, just stop. And you're going to tell a motherfucker. How are you going to tell somebody that just got a bunch of publicity from giving an interview to an LDBC channel not to go the LDBC route when your ass is fucking broke, okay? I promise you, dog. There are many motherfuckers in this chat that ain't never got punched in the face and got more money than you. But you're going to advise Devin Haney to stay away from his fan base. Don't support your fan base, Devin. Devin, those black fighters, those black fight fans won't do anything for you. You don't need black fighters. You don't need black fight fans. What you need is, to do what I did. Fight on the Contender. Sylvester Stallone will save you. Hey, fuck out of here, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. I mean, dude, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. And I've had this conversation with people like, dude, you're literally trying to allow these people to compare what Devin Haney said to like the omnibus crime bill. Like, that's the type of racism that they're doing. That's the type of shit that's the shit that they're dealing in. They're dealing in major shit that affects the lives of hundreds of millions of people around the world, billions of people around the world, right? Has tied up a billion people around the planet into a life where they're subordinate to a superior group of people through debt, through physical violence, through debt manipulation, through all kind of crap. And you're comparing that to Devin fucking Haney saying he won't lose to a black white fighter. And you're going to let that shit slide because you're too stupid to see how the fuck they're going to use that argument. Because you're too stupid to know how they're going to use that argument. And tell me you're smarter than me, please. Tell me, Ishay. Tell me you're smarter than me, man. Tell me, please. I'd love to hear how that is. Dude, you're younger. You're stupider. Okay? You're younger and dumber. Fuck. Kills me, dude. Kills me. Don't let people do that, man. Don't let people do that. Don't, all you black people, stop letting people do that. Stop trying to have somebody can't take a penny from you. You steal a penny. You steal a penny. They steal $1 million, and you're the same type of thief. Well, we're both thieves. So what that I stole $1 million from you guys? You stole a penny from us. So what difference does it make? Yes, I know. Your people were locked up in. I know you people were locked up in backyards for fucking 400 years. You know what I mean? Your babies were used. Your babies were used for fucking experiments, right? You were used for fucking experiments, right? But yet we're all victims in this. That's what they would say. But look, Ishay, we're all victims in this. You know what I mean? It's not just us. It's everybody. Look at what the Chinese did. Did you see how the Chinese wouldn't let some black people into McDonald's and they kicked them out of some apartments? Look, they do it too, Ishay. And look, Devin Haney does it too. Devin Haney did it too. Look, it's reasonable. That's just how human beings are. We're all just racist. We're all racist. You've heard this argument, dog. You've heard this argument that it's if you've not heard the fucking argument, that's because you're stupid and you're not listening to the arguments that people are making. That's the argument that they make, that racism is just natural. It's not it's just, there's always going to be like that. You know, it's tribalism, you know, my tribe, your tribe. And that's what it is. It's not like anybody's doing it any worse than anybody else. So we just have to live with it. And we've got to accept that that's just how life is, that, you know, people make judgments based on the race that they're in. Right? So if everybody's at fault, nobody's at fault. So therefore, the people that are the most egregious shouldn't face any ramifications, because you can find an isolated index, because you can find some isolated incident of the same thing happen in microcosm somewhere off one time, somewhere out in the world. Dude, you can justify any type of fucking behavior like that. Any type of behavior like that. One hit a quitter. I agree, Fannon. It's a way to deflect attention off themselves. That's exactly what it is. Admire you into being defensive. It's the same fucking conversation that people have when you have with a kid. When you're like, that's exactly what I described. You have a conversation with a kid. The kid did some shit that was fucked up, right? He didn't do his homework. He failed a class because he didn't do what he's supposed to do. And then he tells you, well, you promised that you would make me Eggos for breakfast, and you didn't do that. So you have no standing to talk to me about my mistakes, because you make mistakes too. We all make mistakes. Let's just let it go. No, dog. My job, I'm your daddy. Fucking do your homework. I'm not the kid here, okay? In this scenario, first of all, what Devin Haney said wasn't racist. It wasn't. It's either true or it's not true. If I said, dude, ain't no Asian heavyweight beating Deontay Wilder, would I be racist? If I said there ain't no Asian heavyweight that's going to beat Deontay Wilder, no Asian heavyweight will ever beat Deontay Wilder, that's either true or it's not true. That's not me saying that I think Asian people are bad, or Asian people are stupid, or Asian people are this or that. It's just a fact or it's not a fact. It could be a prejudice, because I am prejudiced against Asian heavyweights. I do prejudge Asian heavyweights. I do, because I suspect that they suck. You know what I mean? I believe that they suck. That's just the track record. You know what I mean? And that's not racism. What that is you just looking at what's happened in the past, making an analysis and saying, you know, nah, I don't see it. Same thing Devin Haney could say. Devin Haney would be like, look, dude, they're just not, I don't see any American, European American or European fighter that's going to beat me. I just don't see him. There's Vasily Lomachenko. I think I'm going to beat him. So who else? Ain't none of those dudes going to beat me. Only guy that got a chance to beat me is none of them. You know? But anyway, you know, that's me. One-headed quitter says, to me, racism involves hate and using that hate to physically and systematically oppress a group of people solely because of their race. And that is a very good definition, because that's a definition that if you operate underneath that definition and you get rid of that, you can solve real fucking problems, because that's some shit you can get rid of. You can get rid of a system that oppresses people because of race. You can say, look, we can all have our ideas about what you think of other people, but you cannot act upon it or put things in place that will systematically mistreat people because of your prejudice. It's the system that supports your prejudice. It's not the prejudice itself. It's really not, because the The fact that you don't like somebody that's Asian doesn't mean any fucking thing. It only means anything when you do something about it. But you know, it is what it is, man. But look, man, this has been a ass rant for me today because I was irritated. I will tell you. You know, I was irritated because I just keep listening to fucking stupidity. I went with that Rick Glazer dude. Fucking stupidity, man. Stupidity. I'm telling you, like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Where's the racism in this? The dude is white. That's not racist. You guys call yourselves white. White people. He's not going to let a white fighter beat him. What the fuck is racist about that shit? And how is that the same as fucking what Kovalev did, comparing a motherfucker to a monkey on a shirt and calling him a nigga to boot? That's the same thing. No, it is not the same thing, dog. It's not remotely the same thing. Stop acting like it's the same fucking thing. As long as he doesn't say I refuse to white, I will not fight a white fighter because they're dirty and they stink. They don't deserve, they're not intelligent enough to get in the ring. A white fighter can never beat me because they're too stupid. You know, they're all the whole group of bunch of idiots. They're all a bunch of fucking morons. That shit that could be something that could offend somebody. But whatever, man. I just don't think that they were offended at all. I think that their outrage is completely and utterly fucking fake. And it's easier, but they can point the finger at Devin Haney because ain't nothing going to come back on him for that. You know, they can point the finger that way because ain't nothing going to come back. But point the finger at fucking Bob Arum when Bob Arum says black fighters aren't marketable. They're not going to point their finger at Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum will point his finger at the fucking exit and tell him no press pass for you. What was that shit you fucking wrote about me? You said I was doing what? Get the fuck out. No press pass for you. No press pass for you. Yeah, I know Dan Rayfield that you've worked for ESPN for a very long time, but I don't fucking like you. Get your ass the fuck off front row and go sit your ass in the fucking bus. Go sit you in the production fucking truck and cover the fucking fight from there. Okay, do that shit. Oh, well, I don't think I'll say that. Well, let me be a little more careful about what I say about Bob Arum and Bob Arum's fighters. Because that's why they wouldn't do that with him, because there's something coming back. There ain't nothing coming back from talking shit about something that was said on 78 Sports TV's live stream by Devin Haney. Nobody is going to impose any motherfucking type of sanctions on them for that shit. So it's a fucking false bravery. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Some shit that's totally out of fucking whack. But Raging Babe. I pay attention to Raging Babe's page. I think she's Puerto Rican. She looked like she's Puerto Rican. Left some comment in there. This is so unacceptable. This double standard in boxing. Double standard? What fucking double standard? Please show me somebody, a white fighter that said something that was racist and they got punished for it. Got punished for it. In boxing. Tell me somebody. Who? You know of anybody that has had a fight stopped because they said some shit that was racist? They won't stop fucking fights for these guys if they test positive for performance-enhancing drugs. So you know they ain't stopping no fights over that. So where's the double standard? None of them have ever gotten punished for saying the shit that they said. None of them. None of them. Bob Arum never been punished. Abel Sanchez did not get punished. Sergey Kovalev, matter of fact, got a bigger fight after he said that shit. The only punishment that I've seen dished out for people saying shit like that is Andre Ward whooping Kovalev's ass. But other than that, HBO never mentioned it. HBO didn't pause the fight. They didn't mention it during the fight. They didn't mention it after the fight. Didn't prevent him from getting from continuing to fight for main events. It didn't prevent ESPN from showing his fights. It didn't prevent the Zone from showing his fights. Literally nothing happened. Nothing happened to Sergey Kovalev for the things Sergey Kovalev said. So if the standard is that all you do is say something about it and do nothing, then there's no double standard for Devin Haney because nothing ever happens to any of them. He said, I never heard of Shawty, but fuck her too. Nah, man, she's a promoter. It's a female promoter out of the New York, out of the city of New York. She got into it with Gervonta Davis, not maybe about a year and a half ago or something like that. But no, I mean, I wish her the best. There's not a lot of female promoters out there in the game, and it's a beautiful thing to see that she's, putting on fights, doing her thing. That's how I know who she is. Because I love to support her. I mean, I think she's Puerto Rican, though. I don't think she's black. She, you know how it is. And y'all Puerto Ricans, sometimes you really can't tell. Sometimes you really can't tell whether you're black or whether you're Puerto Rican, dog. If you too much on, you know what I mean? You just don't know, dog. You just don't know. So I really can't tell you whether she's black or whether she's Puerto Rican. I think she's probably Puerto Rican. Probably Puerto Rican. Because I don't know how many black women would have said that stupid shit that she said about Devin Haney, dude. Oh, Broderick Hunter said, Fannon, you taught me about ad hominems. I call motherfuckers on it all the time. Yeah, stomp them with that shit. And then red herrings, make sure you get your red herrings, because this is a red herring. This shit, all this Devin shit is a red herring. It's something to get you to talk about. It's something to try to get you to admit that you're part of the fucking problem that they benefit from. You see what I mean? So you're part of the problem. Because black people are racist too, right? Black people are racist. White people are racist. So we're all part of this problem of racism. But the problem is you suffer from it and they benefit from it. So you are just miraculously part of the problem that they benefit from and you suffer from. Some shit don't sound right in that equation, man. Something don't sound right in that. I don't want to hear the shit, okay? Fuck out of here, man. Once you guys are poor, here, let's do this. Once the wealth is redistributed and the power shit is redistributed, then let's address it, okay? But until then, nah, dog. I think it's something that was used to create the situation that we're in. Great amount of power and wealth disparity between groups of people. I think that was the purpose of the shit. And I think that's why it's still around, is because it works. Most things are still around because they work. And who does it work in their advantage? And whose advantage is that? It's not our advantage. We suffer from it, but we're the equal creator of the problem. Dumbass fucking Ishe, dumbass fucking Smith. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, double shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Okay? Please shut the fuck up. And go back to fighting, dog. Do some videos about how to throw a jab. That shit might be entertaining, man. How you throw a jab, jab, right hand, hook, you know what I mean? Do some shit like that, dog. Tell me how to fucking skip rope, okay? How do I skip rope? What's the best way? Should I do it? Do I do the straddle hops? You know what I mean? How do I get to the point where I can do it, where I can jump rope like you? That's the only shit I want to hear from motherfuckers like that, dog. How do I do better push-ups? How do I hit the fucking bag harder? How many miles do I need to run to ensure that I can make it 12 rounds? Those are the type of fucking subjects you should be talking about. Keep the rest of that shit in a fucking bag. Okay? Just zip that fucking Ziploc bag up, shove that shit up your ass, and shut the fuck up. Until you are asked. You know what I mean? Dude, I talked to my boy, man. Like, dude, when you talk to somebody that really understands circumstances, you really know when it's time for you to shut up. Talking to my boy about coronavirus. And dude, as much as I think I know because of what I hear, when I actually start speaking to a physician that works in a hospital, you just can hear off of his voice like that this dude understands it. He doesn't understand it all the way because even he, in that circumstance, is like, well, this could be an issue, that could be an issue. This is what I think is the problem. This is what I think the solution will be. But we still got to get around to it. Even that dude right there is like not saying he knows everything, but I'm listening to him like, well, you know what? Maybe I should listen to you because even if he's not all the way there, he's so much more so much closer to it than I am that I just have to shut up and listen to the dude talk. Ishe, you're a fucking boxer, man. Shut the fuck up with the political social shit. That's not what you do. It's not what you do. You don't spend hours and hours and hours in that shit, man. And the people that do don't agree with you. They don't agree with you because they look at the history of it and how it's played out. And trying to blame black people for things that were put in place to oppress them is a go-to. It's a go-to with the criminal justice system. Well, you know, black people are killing each other more than black people kill each other more than white people kill black people. So really, the problem with deaths in the black community is not related to racism. It's related to the heathenistic. It's the heathenistic nature of black people is why they keep killing each other. But then you think you actually ask somebody that knows the subject, they'll be like, yeah, that's bullshit. Well, why would you say that's bullshit? Isn't it true that most black people are killed by black people? Yes, that's true. But it's not because they're black. It's because they live next to each other. Most people that kill each other live close to each other. That's who you're going to steal from. That's who you're going to shoot. That's who you're going to marry. That's who you're going to have arguments with. Those are the people that you're going to interact with. And we still live in a very, very segregated country where black people live in pockets of other black people. So if a black person wants to commit a crime, who are they going to commit the crime against? People that don't live near them or people that do live near them? You think they're going to trek across fucking town? No, the shit's going to be where they are. So it's a matter of proximity. It's not a matter of black people killing black people more than white people kill white people. Most white people are killed by white people. Most Asians are killed by Asians. Most Filipinos that are murdered in the Philippines are murdered by Filipinos because they're right. They live next to them. But you, bozo, would take the first thing that these motherfuckers say to throw your people underneath the fucking bus, and because it sounds right to your dumb ass, you go with it. Well, you're right. We really are each other's problems because we the ones killing each other. Really? Then everybody is everybody's fucking problem then. Okay, then white people's biggest problem is white people. And Asians' biggest problem is Asian people. Right? Get the fuck out of here. And Chicagoans' problems are Chicagoans. You know what I mean? But they use that to do what? To explain why it is that so many black people are in prison why black people are in jail in a disproportionate numbers. But, hey, man, if they can find a way to blame black people for it, they will. And there'll be some black folk there that are more than fucking willing to accept it and put it on other motherfuckers. You're too lazy or chicken shit to point to the real fucking problem. Or the overriding problem, because there can be more than one problem, more than one issue that causes a problem. Eric Jenkins said, 2014, Eric is running for president. Just vote Eric. That's what's up. But anyway, man, it was me today, man. I got it done. I'm done. I appreciate all y'all so much for support on the channel. Yeah, man, they ain't doing nothing to them cats, man. Jermaine Johnson said bug dancing gets you a promotion and burnt stall 2-day-old butter biscuits. Man. Palm color folks kill everyone more than anyone else do. Oh, that's no doubt about it, though. That shit is just another length. That's another amount, dog. But anyway, it is what it is. Much love. Go check out my man KQKC. I did not have any idea I went that long. But with that, we out. Peace.